Welcome back to Forestry Technology, where every heavy move is a test of balance, timing, and nerve. Seeing 4 California Highway Patrol vehicles escorting that package on Interstate 10 made it obvious right away this was no ordinary haul. The stop at Desert Center looked less like a break and more like a full-scale operation, with every detail controlled before the convoy rolled again. Then the terrain turns ugly. As the mud starts swallowing the wheels, the Volvo A40 nearly loses its advantage. But one precise pull changes everything. Suddenly, the balance shifts, traction returns, and the machine rolls forward like it never doubted itself. The rescue in Nashville is another reminder that heavy recovery is all about experience. Overturned vehicle, bad ground, tight space, and still the towing crew works through it with the kind of calm that only comes from doing this for real. A 3-4-ton marble load is not just cargo. It is constant pressure through every bend, every slope, every meter of road. One bad calculation and the entire haul turns into a disaster story. And then there is the kind of engineering move that still feels unreal: an entire brick church from 1,887 lifted and rolled away intact like a piece of furniture. That is not transport. That is controlled defiance of common sense. Steep roads like Kodak Hill show the other side of the job. Weak power, bad traction, narrow margins, and suddenly every truck climb feels like an action scene. No drama added. The road does that on its own. Some operations go even further. A 350-ton machine moves, and the route itself has to be redesigned around it. Every meter is calculated, every corner measured, every movement coordinated. That is not hauling. That is temporary infrastructure planning. Wet roads in Iowa remind everyone how fast things go bad. One Amazon truck loses control, and in seconds, a routine drive becomes a dangerous scene. Slopes are deceptive like that. They look simple until one wrong move sends a machine spiraling. That is why the best operators make even the smallest motion look deliberate. Years of experience are visible in the way they hesitate at the right moment, not the way they rush. In swamps, brute engine power means nothing without the right gear, the right steering input, and team coordination. Escaping that kind of terrain is never about horsepower alone. The same goes for timber transport. An ordinary bend in the road becomes a trap the second the load shifts wrong. The wood decides the balance before the driver even reacts. Then comes the crane mistake, a routine lift ruined by misjudging space and size. It drops fast, drops hard, and the only good news is that nobody is underneath it when it happens. Overloading does the same thing in slow motion. Weight shifts to the rear, the front rises, steering disappears, and suddenly the driver is just along for the ride. A Manitou working near its limit shows how dangerous still looks okay can be. Everything feels smooth until it does not. The original engine sound says more than the video ever could. The machine is already telling you it is too close to the edge. Some moments sit right on the border between mastery and disaster. One clean maneuver and the operator looks like a genius. One slip and the whole scene changes forever. And when one excavator is not enough, then two, then six machines get mobilized, you know the recovery has gone from difficult to desperate. At that point, it is not just work, it is a coordinated gamble against gravity and ground pressure. Even military-grade machines can fail during transport if load checks and braking are wrong. That is the part people forget. Strength means nothing if the platform underneath is handled badly. The same lesson applies to long train-like hauls. You cannot treat something hundreds of meters long like a regular truck. Synchronized braking, load control, and patience are not optional. They are the only reason the whole system stays together. That is exactly what winter in Yakutia does. A Kamaz is not just driving there, it is fighting cold, traction, visibility, and fatigue all at once. In those temperatures, courage matters, but experience matters more. And that is why heavy equipment operators deserve real respect. Sometimes the only difference between a clean recovery and total disaster is 1 second of calm thinking. Because in the end, forestry technology is not really about the biggest machine, it is about the right strategy. Even the strongest equipment in the world can fail with one wrong pull, one bad angle, or one careless decision.